God and I, we were both trying to get something that we really, really, really needed. I mean, we needed it bad. My father was in the hospital, dying of cancer, and he was in excruciating pain. And God and I were trying to get the nurses or the doctor to stop his pain, to give him some form of peace, just stop his suffering. And no one would help because the medical establishment has all these protocols and their rules that they have to follow. So they just let him suffer. And I turned to God, who was sitting next to me in my father's hospital room. And I said to God, my prayers are going nowhere. You pray. You're God. You can pray better than me. Call the angels. Tell them to find a way to end my father's pain. And God looked at me and he stood up. And I thought he was going to stretch his arms like Tony Robbins and command the universe. But he stood up and then he bent down and he got on his knees. And I thought in my head, this is how God creates a miracle. He does not command. He asks. He asked permission for the world to allow him to change it, to make space for him, to have a little something for himself so that he can give relief, to give peace to a man who is suffering. And he knew that if we were to get this miracle, it would cause a disturbance to other people, to the giant corporations and the drug companies and the medical conglomerates who make money off of my father's suffering because they get paid for every day that my dad was still alive and suffering. And God knew that a lot of people were going to make less profit if our prayer went through. So God began to ask, and I was watching him on his knees. He was asking them to make less profit. He was asking them for a hall pass. And as he asked, the air changed. It was like the seas parted and people began to move to the side and they let God pass. God asked for permission to heal. He did not demand. And then he looked at me again to show me that power doesn't have to be powerful. It can be grace, an open door.